here we are. Well, first and foremost, I want to just apologise to you guys. There's been a lot been going on with the game. I've been really busy, obviously, these events that we've been having, trying to get this done. I've finished that now, and I've been doing a couple of tester designs just to see what things come up. And what I want to share with you guys is I've come up with a new design, which I hope you like. And there's a bit of a story to it. So I wanna sort of go through it for you, just so that you've got a bit of insight as to why I've done it. Right, first of all, I'm going to take you to Greg's. Now, the feature that I've been focusing on is this guy here, the lighthouse. Now, that lighthouse is really, really nice piece of deco. Really, really nice. And when you stand it on the beach, it looks a little bit like, I don't know, it just looks a little bit low. It sort of, when you put the deck chairs up against it, the deck chair is like the same size as the door. It just looks a little bit out of scale. And I thought, what could I do, with that lighthouse? And I remember when I was a youngster, we used to go down to a place called Torquay, Brixham. And when we used to go down there on holiday, there was a place called the Berryhead Hotel. And this hotel, it was up on a cliff face. And it overlooked the harbour and the sea, and it was beautiful. You could go and sit out and have your lunch out on the patio and overlook all the rocks and the sea. And if you walked around the cliff face, there was a lighthouse. And this lighthouse, it was up in the air, upon the rocks, but it was like on a jetty. It was hard to explain. If you imagine then, this lighthouse here is sat on the top of on a rock face, and around the front of the rock face, as far as I can remember it, around the front of this lighthouse was a beautiful wrought iron fence with a path around the inside. And then this path, just below the fence, was sort of trees and shrubs and gorse bushes and all that, all around the front. And it dropped away. And you had rocks all in front of the lighthouse. And I remember as a kid, you could climb up the rocks, all the way up the rocks, right up to the lighthouse. Quite high, but they were sort of, easy rocks to climb. And they were all on this left-hand side. So I remember this lighthouse, and it was just sat beautifully. It was a lovely, lovely picture. And I thought, I wonder if I could, duplicate that, what I saw as a youngster. I wonder if I could bring that to the game. And I'm thinking, I wonder how I can make that cliff face with that fence around the front, and all the rocks and that leading up to it. So I've had a go at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys what I've come up with. And I've tried to get this design. Now, bearing in mind, this is a virtual game. And you've got to decorate it with what you've got. But I've come up with a design that is pretty damn near what I used to sort of play around on when I was a kid, climbing the rocks and trying to get up to the lighthouse with the fence around it. So I'm going to show you now what I've done. So bearing in mind, all we had was the lighthouse, that lighthouse that you saw on Greg's. And like I said, putting it on the beach is pretty flat. I mean, if you've got it sort of there, it looks just pretty flat. This is what I've done. How cool is that? And I remember that as a kid, there's the fence and the wall around the front of the lighthouse. Now, there's a back entrance to the lighthouse, as you can see between those trees, and you walk up the side, see the muddy path just to the left of it, and then into the lighthouse. Or you can climb up the rocks. You've got all the rocks leading right up to the lighthouse, and you can climb up through these trees and into the lighthouse that way. So I think that considering, you know, the heyday game, you know, you've only got certain things that you can use. I think that looks outstanding. To make that lighthouse, I mean, when you zoom out, look at the height. Look at that lighthouse right up on the top, overlooking the sea. And now, because it's not flat on the beach and it's raised up on that cliff face, the chairs now all look to scale. The lighthouse looks bigger, and it's right up on that edge. And like I said, this hotel would have been round here somewhere, and then you can walk all the way along and you come to the lighthouse. And then I remember as a kid, little rock pools and that in the rocks and that, you could go crabbing, and you just climb up the rocks, climb up, and then you get to the lighthouse. I couldn't believe it when I'd done that. I thought, you know, I've got to show my viewers, because that is, to me, is just really, really pretty. I mean, that really does set it off with those rocks. So my mate Jono, Follyfoot Farm, if we can go across to his, he saw it and he loved it, and he said, I want to do that on mine. Now his isn't identical. He's got the basics. He's used different coloured trees, but as you can see, a little bit different than mine. I've got more rocks on mine, but he's used a dark rock that you get when we get the sanctuary animals. So he's mixed in the rocks, and that lovely bit of, looks like a bit of seaweed hanging out the side of the rock. But he's sort of looked at my design and took a screenshot and that, and copied that onto it, because he said, I love it. I just absolutely love the design. And it does. It really does look nice. He's used the browny coloured trees, where I've used the golden ones. And there's a crate. We're gonna win? No. But yeah, I mean, he's got the same beach as me. I mean, you know, there's a lot of designs that he does copy, because he really likes the designs, like the boat design and everything. But as soon as he saw the lighthouse, he said, oh, I've got to have that, because that is remarkable. Really, really good. So that's Jono's. Look. Pretty simple to do the design, put the trees around the back. These pieces of fence, I think everybody's got those. They were a deal that, or something that you won on the farm pass, and everybody should have 5 pieces of that, and you can use all 5 pieces around the corner. But yeah, that's Jono's. Look. And like I said, with mine, I've just got that little bit more rocks going up right up to the top, and I've used the golden trees. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's what I've been doing, just doing that lovely little design, bringing back a few memories as when I was a kid. I used to go down on holiday, and I thought I'd bring it to the game. So again, like I say, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget the subscribe button, and pass on the videos with all your friends. Certainly share this video with your friends so they can see this lighthouse, because obviously there's a lot of deco coming out now, you know, beach related, because we've got this you can see it there, it's a seagull sat on a rock for the global prize. Now that would be really cool, because what I would do with that is that little bit of rock that's sticking out with the seagull and a bit of seaweed by the end of the seagull. What I would be doing there is I would fit that rock in somewhere in this area with the seagull just poking out. So that seagull would look as though it's sat on top of the rocks. I know how I want it to look, but obviously we've got to win it first. But that would just add to it with the seagull, just sat on those rocks. A little beach. There's a bird joined us there, not on the tree. He likes it. Hello, mate. You like it? Look at him, that. Yeah. So again, put down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the design. I suppose at some stage I can do a live design to show you how to make it. I mean, I don't really want to take it all down and put it back, but it's pretty straightforward to build. If you look at it, take a screenshot, and you can put the trees to where you can see they are. So hit the like, pass on the video with all your friends. Let me know in the comments. Hit the subscribe. And like I said, if you need any help with any of the designs with the up and coming deco or the deco that you've got, put down in the comments, and we can do a video on that design. I will say that the new deco that we have, the multicolored deco, there's not a lot that I really want to do with that. I mean, you know, you've got the multicolored tent. Well, I mean, where can you put that? I mean, that tent is a sort of deco that you would see at a music festival. You know, it's not, and the multicolored slabs. I mean, it can look nice in places, but you know, please don't sort of put down, you know, can you do a full design with all the multicolored stuff, because that's really not my cup of tea, that sort of deco. It's a little bit woof. It's a little bit in your face. But certainly anything farm related or beach or anything like that, let me know in the comments. But more than anything, just let me know what you think of this design, because I really do like it. And like I said, it brings back a lot of memories as you know, when I was a kid, I used to go on holiday. So that's it. Another design by Scatterbrook Farm Garden Designs. Another video will be coming out very shortly. And stay safe, everybody. Look after yourselves. Happy designing. And if you get any problems, just let me know in the comments. So from me, Scatterbrook Farm and Molly Mop, take care, and we will see you very soon. Cheerio.